Hello there, MegaMogwai here, and I got yet another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today, Warmother is gonna meet War Dad as we're gonna play Lord ELDRED in War Mama's Call with Demacia. This is a deck that I think in the past I've just called War Mama Ramp, right? Like, as simple as that. It's an archetype that I showcased on the channel several times. We built it a while back. It's centered around Trundle and Tryndamere, which is a very standard ramp duo, but instead of resorting to a region like Shadow Isles, we're actually incorporating Demacia for several reasons. First of all, Demacia allows us to pack in single combat. Single combat can work really well with big units, allowing us to essentially remove whatever we want at fast speed, being able to react on the stack as well with our big units for just 2 mana. And that's a very good reason alone to play Demacia. But we also get access to Cytherea, Lady of Clouds, which is a very powerful unit to summon through Warmother's Call, and thus allowing us to essentially beat any late game that's not ours. As, you know, after several iterations, I think 2 copies of Cytherea is more than enough, as we're having another couple of cards from Demacia to fill in, you know, the holes here with the marriage couple. We have Lord ELDRED and Tiana Crownguard. I want to try out Lord ELDRED, and I figured this would be a good shell for him because it's a deck that ramps really fast, especially to turn 8. 8 mana is a very key turn for us. And I think a card that gives our Nexus tough and makes us overall harder to kill and our board more resilient is a pretty nice addition to the mix of 8-drop bombs that we got going on here. We have a full set of It That Stares. Ever since this card got buffed to deal 3 damage, it's just way too good not to play in a deck like this, even if it doesn't directly synergize with Warmother's Call, because we just get an 8/8 out of it. An 8/8 tends to be good enough. And it's very important to keep us alive and to be able to essentially retake control of the board at that stage and deal with swarmy tactics too. I like Tiana a lot, especially because of the synergy with Trundle. Getting multiple attacks with leveled up Trundle with Tiana is really, really crazy. And I like the fact that, you know, that we get to play both, and both of them appear on this art right here, you know, which is, I don't know if you realize, but yeah, they are husband and wife canonically. And I'm not sure if they actually have lines with each other, to be fair, because they are a one-off each, so getting them both on the board is not easy. But yeah, hopefully, maybe I should investigate that. Regardless, we got Voices of the Old Ones as our source of ramp, alongside Faces of the Old Ones and Catalyst of Aeons. Faces of the Old Ones, even though we want to minimize the amount of units that we have on the deck, because we want to be able to pull 8 drops or more with our Warmother's Call every turn, Faces of the Old Ones is just really that good. Very easy to enable in a deck like this, in which our density of 8 drops and higher is actually really damn high. So triggering the Behold is very easy for us, and having a 2-mana 0/3 that allows us to ramp is very, very crucial, as Voice of the Old Ones is there to effectively ramp on turn 5 with full spell mana backup, which allows us to go up to 7 mana. Thus, that turn we can develop Trundle, and then the following turn we can play our Pillar into an 8-drop, and then the following turn we go for the Warmother's Call. That's generally the whole idea of it. We're gonna be able to play Warmother's Call. We have 9 mana and 3 spell mana in the back, which is why we're playing this card. This card allows us to just ramp like crazy. Very, very strong ramp. Actually, in fact, if we go for this on 5, then it's 6. No, we'll be at 8. We'll be at 8 when we play Trundle. Never mind. We play on 8 when we're Trundle. Then we carry over the spell mana, and then we're at 9. We play the Pillar into the Warmother's Call. Yeah, that actually, the other option didn't really feel that competitive. Actually, it was a bit too slow, but that line of play is what we're going for, and that's why we're playing a full set of Voices of the Old Ones, because Voices of the Old Ones also allows us to draw into the Warmother's Call, which can be easier said than done. And sometimes, even with a full set of this, you just won't draw. Like you'll see, there's like one game today that is just kind of crazy in that regard. But most often than not, you're going to be able to find Warmother's Call, and unless you're facing Shurima or Ionia in fear, you know, of their Right of Negation or their Deny, we will be able to essentially play this card that allows us to just win the game if we've managed to stabilize. Because aggro isn't really hyper popular right now, there's actually room for this deck to put in the work in this environment, and I wanted to share it with y'all and see if you enjoy some good old gameplay here. We got a one-off of Buried in Ice because we're playing a full set of It That Stares, and the synergy is just too powerful, and there's a lot of things that we shut down, a lot of slower decks like us that we're able to overcome with this very, very powerful spell. So we're running it as a one-off there. And when it comes to our early curves, we got free flash freezes, and Three Sisters, and we got avalanches and blighted ravines for AoE to control the board and you know, mitigate swarm as much as we can. Now, very last thing that I want to point out here real quick is you'll see some variants maybe run stuff like harsh winds or other sorts of you know, reactive either frostbites or spells in general to just slow down the opponent. But this is the way to go with it. The reason why single combat and flash freeze and Three Sisters are really good in this deck is because they all essentially do what they do for up to like 4 mana max, right? Like Three Sisters can be 4 mana, but these two are 3 and 2 mana, which allow us to make a big play on turn 8 with, you know, an 8-drop and still have the... That's why we prioritize Flash Freeze over Three Sisters, because the majority of the time we're going to be using Three Sisters for Flash Freeze, and Flash Freeze is more efficient at that because it's just 1 mana less, right? But it's very important for these tools right here to be the cost that they're at, so that we can pair them with a heavier play at that stage of the match, which is why I chose the cards that I chose here. And that's basically all there is to it. Mulligan aggressively for your ramp. Try not to have a bunch of 8-drops in your, you know, opener. You know, try to mitigate that as much as you can. But it's still, you don't really need to keep an 8-drop to make sure that you have the Behold for this, because your deck has such a high density of them that you're going to be drawing into them nonetheless the vast majority of the time. So just keep that in mind and try to keep your hand as clean as possible early on. And yeah, I don't know if you can take that out of context in a weird way, but whatever. I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. Leave a like for motherfucking Lord ELDRED, the Mage Seeker leader. And I'll see. Oh, no. Before that, sponsorship. We are sponsored by MasteringRuneterra.com. Now, in case you're wondering, like, I don't have to say this every single video. Like, this is not something that's a deal of the sponsorship. I just choose to do it because ultimately what I gain out of this, you know, discount code is, you know, however many of you actually end up signing up, right? So, but I do want to say it real quick, you know, Mastering Runeterra is a website dedicated to competitive Legends of Runeterra, run by 2 very established competitors in Jason Florent and Majin Bay, and they got that web rolling on with a bunch of really neat perks going on. Even without signing up, you have access to a lot of good shit. But if you do sign up with the Mogwai code, getting a 10% discount, you'll get a lot of neat perks that can help your competitive game, and you'll be able to also join a community and all that good stuff. So link in the description down below. It helps support the channel, and I'll stop talking. Have a solid day, enjoy the games, and now we go with it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You know, I was intrigued for like half a second. I was like, ooh, what is it? Oh, okay. Just kinds of things. All right, let's go ahead and mulligan these. We're gonna keep the avalanche, and we're gonna hope to be able to, you know, ramp into Warmother's Call. I mean, we got the hand for it. The problem is Kaisa comes down, and you know, bad things happen really quickly. Let's see if we can make it alive. We got Trump though, which is really nice. Alright, pretty standard opening. Well, that's one hell of a board to just nuke with an avalanche. We could avalanche into this. Think about how we're gonna approach this. If we... Why do I have to see this? Why can my opponent mess up with the board? That's like really distracting. Why can't he just like show that for them and not for us? Like I don't like that. Like I don't like that shit makes so much noise and it's just like on my face and I can't like do anything about it. Like I can't mute it or anything. Like that's just annoying. Very annoying. Alright, we're gonna do this. I was thinking about going for the avalanche and... Yeah, but the avalanche is just like... Now is when we play avalanche. Now this avalanche just finds the value. Still finds it. I mean, I'm not really sure if we need it. Like, I don't mind pinging this thing. Oh my god, stop. Stop, stop. Can I... What happens if I mute them? Oh, it still shows. That is legit the most obnoxious thing ever. Alright, so we ramp now to 7. They're gonna want to play Kaisa, maybe with, I can't believe they're gonna lead off with that, though. They're gonna lead off with a blinding assault? Boy, you crazy. You crazy if you think that's ever gonna work out.
The first star would have blazed so brightly without the dark.
Eyes to me.
I know they have, like, they've already telegraphed it. As they like clicking on the board and producing sounds, they also got ahead of themselves by showing me that they have a spell that they want to play before Kaisa, which is very obvious that they have a, like, right now they don't have the evolve, so this Kaisa can't really get an attack on us with my Trundle on board.
I thought I was a troll.
Like, now they're gonna play that. Yeah, exactly.
I am one with the first star.
Problem is this thing evolves too.
This is my destiny. Time to burn you away.
Smashing. Rise up.
Lord Eldred can be really good here. I will sacrifice my Trundle or whatever I need to sacrifice to survive here. Let's just see. Oh my, no, that doesn't work anymore. That should not work anymore.
Can't hide from the light.
You got a problem? You're in troll lands now. Hail to the king.
Virtue guides me.
Okay, Cataclysm could still be a thing. Cataclysm could still be a thing. And if that's the case, we die. So we can't always just drop the, because with the Mage Seeker, we actually survive. I think Lord Eldred has to prioritize here.
Come on.
Spare the chains, spoil the mage.
Just to play around Cataclysm. Because this makes it so that Cataclysm doesn't... This Lord Eldred makes it so that Cataclysm doesn't win. Okay. They could have a red negation, but I gotta go for this. I have quite a bit of healing here, but this is the... Oh my fucking god, dude.
I'll knock 'em dead. This is gonna be fun.
I gotta try to kill Kaisa. I gotta hit her with the strongest attack here because even a sharp sight. Do have single combat here. Okay.
Star Guardian here.
Lord Eldred really comes into play here. Lord Eldred is the only thing that's really keeping us alive.
I'm stronger than the dark.
Yeah, that just won't cut it. Your AK-47 is nullified. Your AK-47 is actually nullified. Like, if it wasn't for this tough on everything, like, she would just win by just attacking alone. Because you are ridiculous!
Take forever, why don't you?
What do you see, Lord?
So combat now. Shut her down. Even with a Warmother's call denied, just shut her down.
Strike for justice.
Show some respect. Punish disobedience.
Voidland with lifesteal. I'm gonna play the Faces of the Old Ones. Just have an extra blocker here. Like, I can still play my other units. Problem is Kaisa comes down and just completely wrecks me if I don't do... I can always answer her, that's the case. Now we drop it that stairs. We wipe it clean. When we're not worried about Kaisa here. Man, that Lord Eldred was nuts. Like, actually nuts. Keeping us alive. Okay, there we go. Last card. We keep this 3-sister for Kaisa. Ooh. Yep.
These are troll lands.
We're going with you. Because we still have the Entomb enabled in case they have Kaisa now.
Bow to your
For a beatdown! Wow, 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 wow. Let's carry over the spell mana, shall we? Oh, I love that single combat! Oh, this feels good. Dude, I can't believe it. Like, game one and Lord Eldred's like the MVP. Part of me was like, I don't even know if he's gonna do anything in the deck, but hey. Most valuable card, ladies and gentlemen.
You should be honored.
Alright. Man, more Shurima, more Rat Negation. I don't... Come on. Come on! I'm gonna keep the Tiana here. I'm gonna drop these two. But I do want to keep the Tiana because it is a strong card in this matchup. Like, we definitely are gonna want to rally this matchup. And let's pray. Let's pray that they don't have a Rat Negation. I don't really care about avalanching this. Because we're just gonna drop the Face of the Old Ones. We do behold a big boy card, which is gonna allow us to go to 4 mana, 5 mana in total, which enables the Catalyst of Aeons. And the Catalyst of Aeons will make it so that we're at 6 mana next round.
A dark cloud looms on the horizon.
I'd love to see my It That Stares, you know, my Guardian, but card edition. I could just ramp again, to be honest. If I top deck that, then... I'm gonna do this because if we top deck It That Stares, is the perfect moment to go for it. Definitely the perfect moment. I need a Yu-Gi-Oh moment here. I need a Yu-Gi-Oh. Hey, come on! Come on! Ah, not the right one. Crabby time.
These are troll lands.
What was given can be taken away just as easily.
I could swing with this, but I don't feel the need to. This is gonna come out, but it's an 8/8, you know? Like, it's something that we can individually, like, it is not the most threatening thing ever. I can even take the hit from this initially. I'd love to just go for this Warmother's Call, man. I'd love to. There's 6 cards in hand. The odds of one of them being a Rat Negation are relatively high. But that's a hit we'll take. We taking damage. Do I go for it? I mean, the reality is, I don't see myself in a position where we're gonna have 12 mana and our opponent's gonna be under 4. So statistically, the better odds are now.
Come on.
There's gonna be a video in which we get denied back to back on our Warmother's Call, maybe. Or maybe not! Or maybe not. That's huge. That's actually huge. That is actually massive with a Tiana. Oh my god.
Come, my warrior. Show me your worth.
I live and die for you alone, my lady.
Woo!
Bow to your king.
Let's drag you here. Let's do it like this, baby.
Get ready.
For a beatdown! Let's hit him hard! With Tiana in the back! Beautiful. Not done! Most certainly not done. You know, if ELDRED was the MVP of last match, the wife is of this one.
Hold nothing back.
Got him.
Smashing.
Or 2.
Whoops! Did I break something?
Alright, so a bit of an interlude. First of all, prismatic rewards. We have to choose one of these 3 prismatics. It's gotta be... So Percival is close, honestly, but it's gotta be Dragon Roost, one of the coolest cards that they printed recently. And a good reminder to revisit some good old Targon landmark madness. So we take the Dragon Roost. Big shoutouts to the Sir Percival, though. Now let's change up our emotes. Alright, emote session online. I'm gonna keep the Zillion GG, because I think it's still pretty fitting for this one. But we definitely won. Well, first of all, we have to look at the champions that we're playing. And we do know that there is a Tryndamere emote for when we're very angry. We can showcase that. I don't believe there is, unless I'm missing. I don't think there is a Trundle emote yet. So, I'd like some Demacia, though. So Fiora is pretty neat. What else could fit? Like, we're doing some big boy things. Are there any big boy emotes that could reflect that? Yeah, I think flexing. When in doubt, just flex. When in doubt, just flex. And then one, you know, a little bit of a passive aggressive option here would be interesting. Like, you know, trying to be sarcastic with it and actually portraying our frustration in a more subtle way. So yeah, I think this works. All right. Round 3. Red Winter is playing Lux Gwen. I am most certainly intrigued. I'm gonna go for a full mulligan here, though. We want the ramp, even though Voice of the Old Ones is a good card to have. I'd rather find the more immediate ramp options first. We do have it as a full set so that we can mulligan it away and still have a good chance of picking it up. I'll just flex.
A brief engagement, but a joyous one.
Freezes can be really good against this strategy, depending on how it is. We draw into you, which is fantastic.
Make yourself right at home.
I'm not gonna play the Face of the Old One yet.
It's young.
I'm gonna take the hit. Because of the nature of their board, because I don't want to leave this vulnerable to like a Vile Feast or something, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna Avalanche first. And then I'm gonna play the faces.
Strength and grace, beauty in display.
That's a little bit unfortunate, not gonna lie.
We shall sing, dance, and forget our woes. Ice to me.
I don't think there's a risk in me developing Trundle here. They're just gonna remove the faces. We have to time our other faces as well.
Who does not know the name Laurent?
Ooh.
Bow to your king.
I'm gonna swing first.
You're wearing that?
Keeping this flash freeze is important. Next turn, I think we definitely want to play Faces of the Old Ones before the turn in which we're gonna go to 8. Okay, there's just a lot of I'm gonna play Bladder Ravine. Because I can bluff an Avalanche here, which encourages them to open attack. Exactly. I can freeze this to preserve my Trundle. Okay. Ugh. We stay healthy here, and now we develop the faces.
Something for my hunting party.
Because now is when we're gonna go up to. Now that we're gonna go, I mean, they could have a rally effect, but they don't.
Wonderful.
I mean, there's a lot of shit that we can draw here, man. Oh my god, an 8 that stairs would be insane, or a blighted, honestly. First of all, let's do this. the king. Okay, Stalking Shadows, interesting.
The battle never ends, nor its spillage.
Now we do this, because this just wipes out a great portion of their board.
My blade grows restless.
With me, I'll clear the way.
Problem is an atrocity. Maybe I'm getting a little bit greedy because I have an atrocity. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Honestly, I think I may have misplayed here. But to be fair, I wouldn't have had that anyways. Let's just try to go for the win, I think. Well, I mean... Doesn't this already accomplish that? Oh.
Dive, Silverwings, dive!
Atrocity kills us. Like, if they have Atrocity, you should go for it immediately. Who plays Atrocity? Who plays Atrocity? Noobs play Atrocity.
Back to the skies, Knights of Demacia.
Semerenko is playing the standard variant. And in this one, our matchup should be pretty solid. I'm gonna drop these two. I'm gonna drop even the Trundle, to be honest. I'm gonna keep the Voice of the Old Ones, because in this matchup, we can definitely afford to be a little bit greedy. And we just gotta try to ramp more than our opponent can. It'd really be as simple as that. I'm gonna go you. Will they copy?
See the
No.
Demacian border from here.
Nice.
For the homestead.
So now if I do this, I'm gonna go up to 7 next round. It's gonna allow me to do that, yeah. Double ramp. Next time I'll have 7 mana. +1 here, which allows me to go for Voice of the Old Ones. Which gives me 9 out of 10. A little bit of ramp for them. And now a great board for it that's theirs. In my opinion, to be honest, just saying.
Safeguard our homes.
Slowing down their ramp. And wiping their board. Warmother's Call would be ideal though. But we're not really that worried about like Feel the Rush. Feel the Rush beats most decks. But us, we just kind of like outvalue it. Given we have to draw into our bomb here. But I guess Trundle can do for now.
King of Trolls coming through.
We are at 10 out of 10 with the Trundle play, which forces them. You can drop something like a Blighted Ravine.
I'll knock 'em dead.
Okay. We dropped the Blighted Ravine just to free up our hand. They can feel the rush. We can bury it nice in response.
It's all
It's still avalanches. I'm gonna single combat here. So I can keep on drawing and see if I can actually find. Bro, I actually cannot find my Warmothers. That's just kind of wild. That's just kind of wild. I'm gonna keep this for a very nice combo, so I think I can just
I smell a fight!
I'm gonna play Tryndamere.
For the thrill of battle!
I'm gonna keep these in the back. Bro, this is annoying.
Live to fight! You don't stand a chance!
Do as I say when I say it.
I played Lord ELDRED to play around Vile Feast.
Nothing escapes my watch.
They can't feel the rush here, so I think developing you. What about just striking with you? No, I think we have to do things right. I think we just have to play the long game. This Bladder Ring will level up. Well, yeah, kill and level up Tryndamere, which is important because. But the basic objective here is this deck needs Feel the Rush to win, and the moment they feel the rush, we'll bury it in ice.
Veil Striders, these are dark omens.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna lose that, so that's not really a big problem for us. A 10-10 can be a little bit annoying, but if we combine Voice of the Old Ones and Avalanche, we should be fine, and we'll be able to trade into everything. I just want my Warmother's call, man.
Allies, answer my call.
Attack! You'll need more than that.
You chose poorly.
Impossible! We're gonna go for the Avalanche now. Clears both of them. Again, the moment they do that, the moment they can't feel the rush.
Or death.
They can't feel the rush. Lord ELDRED just putting in the work here, man.
These are troll lands.
I mean, I want to play this because
The trolls are going to war! Smash it, one smack'll do.
one smack will do. Look at that.
Nothing's tougher than a troll.
Look at that power. They could have a vengeance. Flash freeze. Oh. Well, monkey see, monkey do, right? Don't miss on lethal because I need 5 more power, so ELDRED refuses to die. We still have the very nice. As long as we have this very nice, again, we're not worried about that field of rush, even though they can't afford it. They can't afford it. Where's my Warmother? The fuck is my Warmother, man? Ice Code just lets me develop on the board without, you know, committing, and we get a tough pillar. Man, this card is so cool, dude. It's actually doing more than I was expecting, honestly. Like, it's a very powerful effect. It's a very powerful effect, and we survive. That's just hilarious. I just want to do this, man. I cannot believe this. 13 cards left in my deck, ladies and gentlemen. 13 cards left in my deck, and I cannot find Warmothers. Isn't that just like the saddest fucking thing ever? Well, I can do that too. I can do that too. Are there any perks here? We just do this, because otherwise this can just welcome a ruination. So we attack like this. We're going to drag you here. We're gonna drag you here.
Get ready for a beatdown.
Make him get ready for a beatdown, and now you need double freeze. You already spent 1 flash freeze. The odds of you being able to survive this attack are very low. Who needs Warmother? Who needs Warmother?
Oops, did I break something?
Their spirit!